What's up, guys? Sub-Zeric here, back for another VOD review. I was going to turn on my light and move my cam and stuff, but this kitty got so comfy in my lap that I thought, you know what, let's just record the VOD review with her here. We'll see how long she lasts here. She might say that she's not comfy and have to move. But if you guys didn't catch it, today was day one of the Tacticians Cup. The second one. This is the big tournament in the Americas that qualifies everybody. I mean, I've said this a million times. And today, I mean, a lot of really cool people in the top 8 of day one. Wei Jin Iverson, Kurum, BCLF, Marcel, Setsuko, Broseph, Black Sheep, and JRC is this name that I don't really know, though I've seen them around a bit on ladder. So I don't know. I would love to VOD review JRC, but I don't think that they have a Twitch. So going down the list, I think probably the most fun person to VOD review is going to be Setsuko. Honestly, he probably could have gotten first. Oh my goodness. Okay, if that's comfy for you, it works. I think he could have gotten first on the day, but looks like he trolled one of his last couple of games. Or honestly, maybe he didn't troll. But in any case, I thought, you know what? Let's watch some Setsuko. He played a comp that I really want to explore more and really understand the conditions for and how to play this game. So let's VOD review Mr. Setsuko. This is also a fantastic lobby, and I don't know why I'm down here actually. I should be VOD review. Yeah, I should be up here. Well, whatever. Either way. But okay, this is a fantastic lobby, by the way. Eltenoque, Malala, Marcel P, Cash as well. Just a lot of very good players in them. And Qualis Belto as well has actually, pretty sure, won a cup before. All right, we get this kind of interesting opener here where, oh, the kitty, I think she hears something. I think she might get up. All right, well, that might be the end of the Luna Cam. 1 minute into the video. Oh, no, maybe she's comfy. All right. We pick up this early Zyra too, along with the Mundo here, which is kind of interesting. I feel like Street Demon opener has definitely gone down a lot in just kind of value. People value this opener less these days. Still the Yumi off here because like our items don't really make sense for. We did have like the Yumi with the Nidalees here, but I think they said, you know what, Setsuko says, you know what, it doesn't make sense in this. And I do get to hold a Silas pair here, which can actually play into something. But what's really interesting here, I think, is first Augment. New High Score and Cluttered Mind, I don't think are amazing options. We had offered Starry Night, which would allow us to play into kind of any reroll option that we would like here. But you can see he's scouting around here. He's really looking at this one-for-all option. And the idea is one for all into this Bruiser Techie reroll. I think Dish Soap started calling it Gorilla reroll. He started calling Dr. Mundo Gorilla, which can somebody explain to me actually why it's called Gorilla? But this is the idea, is you actually get to play 4/1 costs on this board. And you think about historically, comps where one for all has been very good. You can think about the I want to say Punk, but that's way too far back. Family reroll, yeah, from last set where you were rolling a lot of one cost. You had 4 as well, right? You had Darius, Draven, Vi, and Powder, and this is the exact same number. You get to play 4, and this augment was very solid when you were to play into that comp last set. So I mean, one would expect that it would actually be very good this set as well. And when I have seen this comp pop off, it has been in spots like this, where you do get the one for all. You get to play for, 4 units with one for all. Let me actually pull up the statistics on this augment because I haven't even taken it that frequently. It's definitely for most of the set has been like basically untakeable, but now actually pretty solid. So let's look at the numbers. Yeah, it's 3% health and 1.5% amp. So you're getting 12% max HP, 6% damage amp, and that's, if you stay at this 4 number, you can obviously get even more further down the line. Next augment here, I can't imagine it's going to be Epoch here, just because that's going to accidentally push you levels. I think Rain and Gold's fine to get you where you're going there. You kind of do want some kind of econ augment to get you there. So, you actually roll over it. Trade sectors. We could take Portable. There are a few good options. I would think we can actually do a stats check if we do grab Portable here. Trade sector seems, I would lean towards some kind of econ augment to get us there. But maybe he says, you know what? If I take Portable, I'll be strong enough to go for it. No, okay. Ooh. Cooking pot, it has to be this, right? You can start scaling up your gorilla here, feeding him extra HP. As far as what you want to make spats wise, yeah, you can make Bruiser spat, and yeah, he's just going to make it to play 4 Bruiser. And then I love this, right? position the gorilla over here, have the Zyra start feeding the Mundo guaranteed, and you don't even have to put her into a weird spot. Interesting. I mean, because we took this one for all, we do still have to play gorilla reroll, as it is called, which I mean, like we can't really pivot into like a fiddlesticks reroll spot because that comp plays, I mean, maybe 2/1 cost. Sometimes later you know you're cutting another one of the 1 costs. You could cut the Darius, I guess, but still, I mean, 2/1 costs, you were definitely not getting the value out of 1 for all. But all right, into carousel here. I mean, we could look at, I was going to say Warmogs is what people tend to like on this dude. There is also, we had Cloak as well, right? Yeah, we could go for Declaw as well. But yeah, and we can't even actually build, we burned 1 belt. So we're actually going to take this belt really just for item economy purposes. Because we could take Declaw. I think not, I was gonna say tempo, but the priority on Declaw has gone down a lot this patch. Now that 80 flex is a lot more viable, you know, you can still play around the Vanguard Marksman comp, but there's a lot more viable 80 lines as well. There's like this MF. I mean, you can play around MF just in a lot of ways. You can play MS plus Zeri. So yeah, I feel like this is a patch where there's actually a much more reasonable split between AD and AP, which means that you're not that excited to take a random Declaw every game. And so we take the belt here because Mundo can use infinite belts. He can make Warmogs, he can make Redemption. Honestly, I'm down to do an Explorer check real quick here just to look at items, just because yeah, I mean, I think this is a comp it's a little bit of like an underdeveloped line, I would say. So let's go to these. And then I believe if you look at Mundo items, yeah, you're going to see something like this, triple items. I mean, you can see actually Warmogs looks fantastic. That this is probably due to some weird stuff. But I mean, Warmogs Redemption. I mean, yeah, you just want pure tank on him. And then you're usually interested in itemizing the Zyra with like damage items. So nothing too crazy there, but you know, good to get a verification on it. But yeah, I mean, the big thing is we are scaling up this Mundo's extra HP with the cooking pot. That is so good with bruisers like this, especially because we are going to be able to play 4 bruiser, I mean, the entire game, right? These 4 units are going to stay on our board the whole game. We're going to play 4. We might even get up to 6 bruiser later. We'll see what we can play for cap-wise. So yeah, I think it makes sense. 3 streak here. Ends up getting broken here by, actually, I didn't see who we fought there, but we lose our streak. Very sad, but I mean, it had to happen at some point. I mean, our board's good. I mean, this is part of the power of Gorilla Reroll, I guess, is that, I mean, if you can hit these units 2-star early enough, it does just provide you a very solid opener. And I guess the next question is, when does our next power spike come? Because we hit everything 2-star. We can hold whatever we want to here. I mean, you'd probably just hold the, he doesn't even actually hold the Mordekaiser there. I mean, I think that was a little bit of a, like, ran out of time, a little APM diff for Setsuko, but I mean, he probably doesn't care about holding it regardless. It's unlikely we're going to hit Mord 2 here. And he's actually rolling pretty deep for his gorillas. I mean, down to the 30 gold here to get to just some amount of econ breakpoint. Doesn't want to roll to 0 here, especially because we're not that close, but I mean, we are still pretty close. 7 gorillas, 7 Zyras here, so feeling pretty good about that. And then only 5 of each of the other, 5 Seraphine and 5 Alistar here. Though this is what you want, right? You want more of the gorillas and the Zyras. Those are your primary carries. All right, next augment here. I mean, I don't actually mind it rolling for days and just you get a bunch of free rerolls for it. I mean, yeah, I think this augment is just very good in general. And like this incentivizes you to just roll and hit your stuff this round, which would be so big, right? Yeah, can't buy the Mord there. We do get our Gorilla 3 here, which is huge. I mean, you can honestly just burn the rest of your rolls here. I don't really want to keep rolling like much deeper in this spot once our rolls are done, but I think this makes a lot of sense. Ooh, you just have to make sure your Gorilla gets your, yeah, he's, oh, nice swap at the last second to make sure that his bruiser emblem is feeding his gorilla here. Because, yeah, I mean, we need to get that big Mundo here. But, yeah, I mean, I really like the rolling for days in this setup. Just some kind of econ augment to get you there, right? We didn't end up taking our earlier econ augment in the Reigning Gold because, I mean, we had a better option in Cooking Pot. But having some kind of econ augment to get you there, I feel like this, I mean, in most patches of TFT, you know, you're very excited about that. And also, yeah, board-wise, we played the Echo for a round, which I do think was strongest board, certainly getting, oh, goodbye, Luna. All right. Well, give me a sec to reorient myself, and I can actually turn on my, I can turn on my light now. I was gonna have that turned on, but I realized, I mean, I didn't want to disturb the Luna cat. All right, so you get a little bit of Luna and a little bit of me. For all the people out there who are like Luna haters, you get my cam here. All right, got the mic all lined up. But yeah, the other piece of this is that, ooh, and do we have, I mean, you could just take a Warmogs here, and yeah, we are just gonna take the Warmogs because it's Warmogs, but yeah, I think Street Demon was our strongest board, but he realizes we're actually on a bit of a loss streak here. We don't care that much. at the end of the day about you know, winning or losing the next few fights. We might as well just make gold here. Yeah, we can slow roll here, pick up the Zyra. We are actually at a pretty big crossroads coming up in the next few rounds, which is, do you want to sit on this level and roll for the Seraphine 3 and the Alistar 3 when really these units are not holding items? And we can probably move the TG over to one of them, but aside from that, there's really not that much going on with their items. Or do you want to just say, okay, we're going to push levels and get other stuff in? It's really, I think, a little bit awkward in reroll comps like this when you're in a spot like this. I do think because we have Seraphine and Alistar to go for, I would lean towards going it. And now that we have 8 Seraphines, I do think, yep, you have to go for this. Okay, but now we're in a very similar spot, actually, but it's even a little bit harder of a decision. And yeah, he makes the call to level here. I think this makes a lot of sense. Once you've hit the Seraphine, it doesn't make sense to roll for just Alistar. That's just too much of a penalty to pay. It's just going to be too hard to spend all of your gold rolling for just an Alistar 3 that may not even have items onto him. So yeah, I love the level push up here. We still get to make gold. The cat is trying to get out of my room. She wanted to come into the room. I mean, what can you do? Honestly, okay, if she starts scratching, I'll let her out. But yeah, all right. This is also, I guess, we scout that player there who's playing Morgana reroll. It's kind of funny that this comp is actually like a little bit better now that there is this other Morgana reroll comp in the meta as well. So that is a funny little plus for the comp. Ooh, support anvil. We don't have heal cut. We don't have shred. So you could think about taking either one of those. Don't get either of those as options. And with the Street Demon hexes, I think positioning ones like Locket seem pretty hard to take here. Is it crazy? I almost don't mind an unstable treasure chest. You need items for Seraphine. Yeah, I mean, you could just take like a random Shroud of Stillness. It's HP onto your board. It's definitely not bad. But yeah, I almost don't mind the treasure chest. I mean, the problem with treasure chest is that like you're gonna put this on Alistar, and then half the time their carry's gonna be here, and the Alistar is gonna take forever to die. And also, it's just like, and I guess you put it on like Echo for now, but it's like, yeah, it's actually gonna be kind of hard for some of these bruiser units to die. Yeah, he does take it. I love it. I love the treasure chest here. I think it makes a lot of sense. Fit the Veigar in for 4 techie. But yeah, the only problem is, yeah, this Alistar is actually kind of tanky. So yeah, we got to throw it onto Echo here. Okay. We are actually kind of trying to figure out what our last couple of items are. We're looking at Spark onto Mundo. I don't imagine that Spark is a very good slam onto Mundo, just because, once again, you want that pure tankiness. Also, we do get a little bit cleared here by that Morgana board, but hey, we're scaling. I mean, I don't mind Noble Sack in comps like this. The only question is, do you have enough damage? I hope the answer is yes here, but it's a little bit scary. But yeah, I mean, I do like augments, you know, that give Armor Namar in a comp like this. Ooh, he does actually roll it here. We end up getting Piercing Lotus, which is actually a fantastic pickup for us. So yeah, he says, you know what, another defensive augment is just not going to do it there. Pick up a Bruiser here. So now we do have 6 Bruiser on this board. Oof, and we find the Brand here. So now we're actually in a really, really nice spot. You do just, yeah, want to make sure that you are putting this treasure chest on the least tanky unit, which is going to be, I guess, I mean, I was thinking it's the Darius, but I'm actually surprised he throws it on the Alistar there. I mean, I guess he trusts that this Alistar is going to die quickly enough, especially in a spot like this. But yeah, I'm kind of, oh my God, she almost opened the door on her own. Okay, fine, I'll let her out. And we're hitting Alistar 3, we're hitting Cho'Gath 3, we're casting from this far away. Let me open the door. Okay, run out, cat. There you go. And then I can be back before the next fight even starts. He ended up making the adaptive Helm Slam here. I mean, the Piercing Lotus actually did a lot for us here. Not only did it allow us to get some MR Shred, the other nice thing is, because we got MR Shred from that, we no longer have to look at making Spark or Shiv. We can just straight up make the Adaptive Helm there, which looks really good. That is more of a pure tank item. It resists onto the Mundo. It gets him casting more frequently, so I like that a lot. We do still have to worry about Heal Cut, and that's why we're looking at potential Bow on Carousel. What could I mean, I don't know that Crown Guard is that amazing onto the Mundo, so I don't think you're looking at that. And yeah, we're just going to take Belt here, looking more towards, well, actually, we'll see, because it could be Morello. I imagine it's not actually, but we'll see here. Oh, it looks like it is just gonna be Morello. Okay, yeah, Morello. I mean, to be fair, Seraphine is a fantastic Morello holder, and so now we move the items over to Seraphine. This is a cool little swap of the items to say, you know what, we want to put a Morello onto a unit, so we're just going to throw it onto Seraphine, and if we're putting Morello onto Seraphine, we might as well Bruiser and Shojin her, and then, you know, now we have a 0-item Zyra, which is a little bit sad for Zyra, but it makes sense. You get to put the triple item onto the Seraphine, and yeah, this treasure chest actually has done so much work. Yeah, I love the treasure chest here. The Cho trying to do as much work as he can, but we do end up losing. Also, we're still feeding the Mundo, right? That Mundo is closest, I think. Roll down a little bit there and hit the 2-star Brand. We are at this phase where we don't actually have a remover, but after once we get to minions, we could move items over to this brand too. If you guys remember last time we did this VOD, we VOD reviewed someone else playing this comp. They were really interested in moving items actually over to brand 2, and they found him just saying brand 2 is better than the 3 stars, just because he's a pretty solid unit. We'll see actually if that's what Setsuko ends up doing, or if he just goes for a duo carry setup here. And you know, we have the treasure chest granting items to a lot of our units. Oh yeah, and he did end up moving the treasure chest over to Darius. Not sure why it didn't end up there in the first place. We actually ended up losing a remover for that, but okay. I mean, we want to finish Mundo items off, I would think here. We do have, all right, so we have item-wise here. I mean, you could finish off a Mundo item, or you could look at other stuff. For me, just make redemption, right? Solid enough. I mean, you almost want more damage items, but I mean, this is going to explode into a bunch of, at least a couple of damage items. Yeah, what would the other option be? Like a guard breaker or something like that? I mean, I feel like it's just too good to pass up redemption in a bruiser type comp. Ooh, he's going to make Shiv. Wow. I'm pretty surprised, actually. Shiv here. I mean, the idea is we just want another damage item. This is, you know, we're getting Shred from our Lotus, so we're getting 20% off that, but this ups that to 30%. I'm a little surprised, actually. I was really thinking it would just be redemption in a spot like this, but okay. You pick up Gragas here, who's just an easy swap in, gives us Divinicore, and I mean, we're looking at pushing levels here. I mean, it's so nice, actually, how the board fits on this level here. Where, I mean, you could play 6 Techie, but I mean, you wouldn't. You would just play 6 Bruiser because it's kind of a superior 6 trait. Ooh, we do rotate into a Marksman Misfortune here. The upside is that first cast didn't hit Mundo at all, but the second cast does. Seraphine doing good work. Oof. All right. I mean, not a bad loss. I mean, 29 HP. We're kind of getting there, honestly, and we're continuing to scale this Mundo. Yeah. Can we do? Oh, I thought he was gonna do an HP check onto the Mundo. I actually really wanted to see how much HP this guy has, because he is really scaling. But all right, this is our spot. I mean, the upside to not itemizing the Mundo is we are getting really good value. I mean, okay, the more that I think about it, I mean, yes, you could put a redemption onto your Mundo, and also we actually rolled one here. But why would you when you're getting 4 items out of this treasure chest? Like, you're basically losing a treasure chest item, because instead of on Mundo, it would end up going onto random, like Alistar. I mean, Alistar's not too bad, but you know, random Alistar, random Mordekaiser. Like, you'd much rather just spread your items out a bit like this. Go for like another Zyra item here or something, like QSS. Oh, I can't go for that. So maybe we have to take final tank item here. Yeah, you can see I mean, Serax? Okay. I mean, it could be just Sterax. I mean, it probably has to be Serax Mundo, right? Unless he really wants to lean into, move the adaptive down. It's genius. I love it. Yeah. You just swap your items around a little bit. You get to put 2 items onto the Mundo, and still, yeah, we don't end up having 3 items on anybody except for the Seraphine, which means the treasure chest is going to spread items onto the most relevant units. That's, yeah, I mean, obvious in hindsight, and I think it makes a lot of sense. Just moving the adaptive helm down gets to be a Zyra item, and now we have triple item Zyra, triple item Mundo, triple item Seraphine. Honestly, this treasure chest might have been the single best thing that we could have got, the more I think about it. Also, I was thinking about what our level 9 is actually going to be. Isn't our level 9 going to be Zac in an ideal world, and we're going to Zac the treasure chest? Isn't that the actual dream here? I mean, this is fine for now, but that must be what our dream is in this spot. Is we hit Zac, we treasure chest the Zac, and then we're actually in a world where we're getting items onto everybody, and you might actually have, you know, 3 item Alistar, and there's so many units to itemize on this board. Kind of the issue with this board usually is you have too few items. You don't have enough items to itemize everybody. But hey, we beat Malala here. I mean, I'm kind of blown away. We looked a little bit weak stage 4, but as we had time to continue to scale up our Mundo with the cooking pot and just the power of One for All here, I mean, we end up in a spot where our board is really good. I mean, we're looking at, an easy top 4 and maybe something better than that. Also, yeah, that wasn't your video player lagging. It's just this thingy that I use to get the VODs lag sometimes. So sorry. All right, rolling down here. I think looking for Zac here, but we'll see. I mean, you would never make that. And yep, there's the Zac. We can move over the unstable, or why unstable? Ooh, the treasure chest. It is unstable treasure chest. I was about to call it suspicious treasure chest. I'm gonna just throw an item onto brand here, like an actually Archangel's onto Zyra. Interesting. Huh. I mean, we are getting 3 treasure chests, so I guess that's gonna itemize everybody eventually. And yeah, okay. So now our priorities actually shifted a little bit here. Ooh, when we win this fight, Yeah, I actually almost think it makes sense to do this here and not itemize or not make the Zac 2. You could even consider not even picking up blobs. The problem is you kind of need to pick up blobs to get the shops. But like you want the Zac to die quickly so he actually gets treasure chest value. You don't want a huge tanky Zac 2 that's actually going to like die once your other units have died. But yeah, all right. I mean, watching the treasure chest on the Zac is so cool. Just the item splitting, going everywhere, and all of a sudden the whole board's 3 items. But so the idea, which I think makes a lot of sense, is we went to 3-item Zyra because we know with the treasure chest, and oh my god, we won! We won against that Morgana reroll comp, which, I mean, by all metrics, is broken. But yeah, like, it makes sense when you are playing around this comp. Now that we have the treasure chest and we know we're going to guarantee get 3 items on everybody, to just play for BIS onto units like Zyra, like you know, the Mundo. Like, I wouldn't be at all surprised if we take a Mundo item off carousel here, because we'd much rather have like a guaranteed redemption or something like that than, you know, a random Bramble. Though, I mean, honestly, versus this board, Bramble's not bad. Though honestly, we're gonna get to carousel here and the game might be over. I mean, that's another Warmogs if we want it, which I do think we will want. Yep, and that's another Warmogs. This is the world's biggest Mundo. Oh, can we at least get an HP check before this game ends? But yeah, he's doing this. Yeah, he takes Zac out to roll down to, I mean, he actually, oh my god, that was 15k, I think. Oh my god. I mean, but I mean, it makes sense. I mean, double, I mean, this Mundo is a monster here. But yeah, take the Zac out to roll. Don't pick up the blobs. He actually rolled a few times because he's just not, I mean, he hasn't been in this spot, but I mean, it makes a lot of sense. So yeah, like, he actually lost a few shops to blobs, but I mean, we've also hit our entire board here, and it's just a win out from Setsuko with Gorilla Reroll, the world's biggest Dr. Mundo. I mean, I think this is a great game to showcase some of the most broken augments in this comp, how to play around it, how to swap items around when it makes sense. And also this trench coat Zac tech is obviously broken, or trench coat. Treasure chest, Zac tech. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed the Luna. Also, if anyone caught my last video while it was in Spanish for like an hour, you are among the lucky few. YouTube, I think, is rolling out this new like auto dubbing feature, and somehow they made it so my video only existed in like Spanish dub of me talking for like an hour. I have since turned off that feature because it seems stupid that they might accidentally make my video only in Spanish. Maybe if they work out the kinks later, for all my Spanish and other language speaker viewers, I'll change it. But until then, I think we're just chilling on only English speaking Sub-Zero Arc, and you know, a little bit of Swedish with my my Duolingo, I guess. All right, see you guys in the next video. Thanks as always for watching. Yeah, bye bye.